Attention Deficit Squirrel, New York. In that tree over there.
Oh, what is that? A warning! Oh no! Oh no! FBI? Who is this FBI? What are they trying to warn us about?
I think this is one of the most important elections in the history of the whole world. I think it's also one of the most galvanizing as well, from Republican cavalcades of boats, cars, and golf carts.
Oh my!
Not to mention thousands of people waited in line for a chance to experience a Trump rally live. To Democratic processions of rioters, looters, and communists.
Oh, fuck!
Not to mention handfuls of people showing up to see Biden try and form cohesive sentences. Why is this even a close race? I know I've mentioned this before.
Money bells are beating now.
I didn't vote for anyone in 2016. Now, I didn't like Trump at all, but I really, really hated Hillary. And at the time, I was actually someone who historically voted Democrat, for the most part. Had I been old enough at the time, I would have voted for Reagan, but I was just a wee squeezle back then. Oh, and speaking of Reagan, I'm sure you know, he was the oldest president ever to serve, being 77 years and 349 days old when he left office. That's 935 months old, moms! And when he left office. Keep that in mind, you'll need it for later. And back in 1980, when he was running for the first time, he was 69 years old.
I want to be wined and dined at 69.
And there was a lot of concern about that. A great amount of concern about his age that he quickly put to rest by pledging that he would resign if the White House physician ever detected signs of mental deterioration. Mental deterioration are what we here in 2020 call Joe fucking Biden. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Sleepy, Creepy Joe is 77 today, right now. He's a confused old man who should have retired years ago.
And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand, and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
And the Democrats know that. They know that. He's also a compulsive liar, a plagiarizer, and kind of an asshole.
I went to law school on a full academic scholarship, went back to law school, and in fact ended up in the top half of my class. I was the outstanding student in the political science department at the end of my year. I graduated with 3 degrees.
Biden now concedes he did not graduate in the top half of his law school class, that he does not have 3 degrees from college, and that he was not named outstanding political science student in college.
Newsweek says Biden actually went to school on a half scholarship, ended up near the bottom of his class, and won only 1 degree, not 3.
Joe Biden ranked 76th in a class of 85 at the University of Syracuse Law School.
Now Biden says Newsweek is right. His memory had failed him.
Let us pledge that our generation of Americans will pay any price, bear any burden, accept any challenge, and meet any hardship to secure the blessings of prosperity and the promise of opportunity for our children.
We shall pay any price, bear any burden, meet any hardship, support any friend, oppose any foe to assure the survival and the success of liberty.
I think I probably have a much higher IQ than you do, I suspect.
And he's not even the compulsive liar and asshole you are actually voting for. You are essentially voting for Kamala Harris.
Oh, geez.
Oh, God, a woman who slept her way to the top, or at least slept her way into a sweet position at the DA's office. Huh? A sweet position for a sweet position. Am I right? Huh? Huh? Oh, and a BMW. She got a car out of it as well. And that's who you're voting for. A woman who is responsible for putting thousands of people behind bars on trumped-up marijuana charges and then laughed about smoking marijuana on a popular radio show.
Even to a guy like me, that's cold.
Have you ever smoked?
I have.
Okay. Like in
And
college,
I inhaled. I did inhale.
You did inhale? Okay.
That is who you were voting for. A woman who believes in equality of outcome, not equality of opportunity. Can you say communist? That is who you are voting for. Look, you can hate Trump all you want, but at least Trump loves this country and has what appears to be a genuine affection for people. Except for the people at CNN. And MSNBC. And CBS and ABC and most Democrats. And China. And while Reagan's pledge to step down, should that distinction of him being unfit to serve arise, stepping down is precisely what the Democrats want to happen with Biden. It's not a distinction that might be made at some point, should there be a need, but rather an agreement that that is what is going to happen because he is unfit to serve, and everybody knows. Skeletor of the House, Nancy Pelosi, even said it in an interview about it being part of their agenda, while attempting to make it sound like she was speaking about and had concerns about Trump being sick with COVID and being in an altered state. An altered state, or what Biden calls awake. Look, I really, really wished we lived in a country where everybody got exactly what they voted for, and only what they voted for. But unfortunately, it doesn't work that way, and your stupid decision affects all of us. So don't be stupid, you moron, and get out of my tree as I have. Oh, and by the way, if your candidate is the loser, don't use that as an excuse to be a loser yourself. You know, it's a sad, sad state of affairs when your country is anticipating violence because some senile old man might not win an election. Barricades around the White House are still standing from the George Floyd riots in July because apparently riots are just something that we should expect from these maniacs now. So why bother taking the barricades down? Why bother calling off the National Guard while you're at it? Hey, why bother unboarding your windows? Why bother even dreaming that one day you can walk down the streets safely at night? Why bother even dreaming that one day you can own your own business without getting it vandalized and looted? The progressives are in town, man, and fear and intimidation are on demand. Oh, and grab her by the pussy, goddammit!
So I don't have any bullshit left. I just ran out of it, you see.